on here for quite a while. I haven't really been consistent for a couple of weeks. We've had some family stuff happening on around here, and it's just been it was a rough June, friends, let me tell you. I have never had a June like that before, and I don't want to experience it again. So if you are new to our channel, we lost 2 of our fur babies last month, one of them on the 6th and one on the 30th. And that's just made things a little bit difficult around here. So I've really been struggling. We have 2 more dogs here. They're just really grieving, and they're really missing the other 2 a lot. And so it's just made it super, super hard to focus on anything. So YouTube kind of had to go by the wayside for a little bit. But I am back, and I'm excited, and excited to share some recipes with you guys today. So we'll give it a couple of minutes for more people to come in. I said noon, and so I wanted to jump on here early, just a minute or 2, and be here when people jumped in. So let me know as you guys hop in. Let's say hi to me. Let me know you guys are here. Let me know where you're from. What's your weather like where you're at? We are experiencing a heat wave, and it is awful. Let me tell you, it is awful. We're up in the hundreds, and I'm done. I'm not liking it. It's not my favorite thing. So anyway, I need to get some cooking done today. If you guys are new around here, my husband and I are doing a low carb lifestyle now, and I've been doing it now for about a month, and loving it. I am going to the pool every single day and exercising there every single day to help with some knee problems that I have. So that's been incredible. That's the reason I'm dressed like I am, because I'm headed to the pool right after I get done with this. I'm gonna go and exercise for a little bit, walk some laps, do that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to go do that again. It really does help me out. So we're gonna make some delicious things today. I need to get these things in my fridge. I need to get these things in my freezer so that we have some fun things. So I have 3 incredible recipes for you guys today, and I'm super excited to show you guys all 3 of these. They're all gonna be delicious. They're all gonna be low carb. They're all gonna be super healthy, and that makes me excited. So let's get started with our first recipe. I started cooking a pound of sausage, just breakfast sausage. We're gonna make some egg bites, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different with these. Different little twist from what I've done before, when I've done egg bites before. So just 1 pound of breakfast sausage, and then I have some dehydrated bell peppers, and I'm gonna put some of these in with that sausage and cook those for just a couple of minutes. Hubby likes to have his egg bites really, really spicy. So I've been using these jalapeno peppers. They are dehydrated. I get these off of Amazon, and they are super tasty. Hubby loves them. So I'm gonna put those in his, but I'm not gonna put them in mine because I don't want stuff that hot. So I'm gonna put just a handful of these bell peppers in here, just for a little extra veg in here. And then I'm gonna stir this around a little bit. Let those bell peppers kind of soften up with the sausage, and then we're gonna add everything else and get these things made. I am making 3 different recipes today. I'm making some delicious egg bites for low carb, which is what hubby and I are doing. Amen, I agree. And I'm also making some chaffles today. I'm making a Reuben chaffle, as well as making some frozen banana treats that are super delicious, low carb, all the things. And sticking with the low carb lifestyle hubby and I are trying to abide by right now. I've had chronic knee problems for the last, probably since 8th grade, and I am now in my 50s. And so it's been a lifelong battle with my knees. And so to avoid having knee surgery or having knee replacement, I am from Springfield, Oregon, in the United States. And so to avoid having knee replacement surgery, I've got to drop some weight, and I've got to start exercising. With my knee problems, hi, welcome. With my chronic knee problems, I am not able to do regular exercises. I just can't do that. I can't put that much weight on my knees. I can't do a lot of the things they want you to do in a regular exercise class. So I do water aerobics at our local pool, and then I've been sitting in the hot tub every single day and using the jets to really massage my knees, which has done incredible things for the swelling and all the things that I'm dealing and battling with. So I'm excited to share all 3 of these recipes with you guys. These are gonna be incredible. Like I said before, if you missed it, I did cook the sausage ahead of time so we would have a jump on that. And I've never been to Louisiana, but I would love to visit. So I put those dehydrated bell peppers in here, and I'm just gonna let those heat up here just a little bit. I also have about 4 ounces of a chive and onion cream cheese, and this is what we're gonna use for our egg bites. I'm also gonna put in some pepper jack cheese, as well as some fresh grated cheddar cheese. What I love to add to my egg bites to give them a really extra creamy flavor to them is I put cottage cheese in them. I know a lot of people don't like cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese for the high protein that's in it, for all the extra nutrition that you get from it. So I really do enjoy it. I'm going to turn that off. We're going to go ahead and crack some eggs. I'm making quite a few of these egg bites because they store in the refrigerator for quite a while. And since hubby and I both love them, I am going to make a pretty good sized batch of these. These are perfect to hang out in the refrigerator. They can be in there for a week, week and a half. We usually eat 2 at a time just for the protein factor. I also do intermittent fasting, or hubby and I both do intermittent fasting. So I do what they call a 16-8. So we fast 16 hours and then we have an 8-hour eating window, which starts at about noon or 1 o'clock and then until about 6 or 7 in the evening. So I am doing well with this so far. I have dropped 12 pounds in the last month, and so that is super encouraging for me, because that's what I need, is to get some of the weight off. So it stinks having knee problems. It really makes it hard to exercise, makes it hard to do any of that kind of stuff. So there's 6. We need 6 more eggs. That carton's empty. So we'll do a few more eggs in here, and then we'll get started with adding all of our sausage to it. So egg bites, you can put anything in them. You don't have to stick with my recipe that I'm using. You can do anything to them that you want to. If you want to add, bacon to it, add bacon. If you want to add, tomatoes or whatever it is that you enjoy with your eggs, that's what I would put in it. But like I said, I'm going to do what hubby and I like, but I am going to split the batch in half. I'm going to do half in my pan, and then once I take my portion out, then I'm going to put those jalapenos that are over there in his, and I'll mix those up, and then I'll bake his separately. I don't mind a little bit of heat, but I'm not as big of a heat fan as he is, so I choose to just leave them out. I usually end up eating these when I get home from the pool. It's a great way for me to break my fast and get some extra nutrition. So there is 12 eggs in that bowl. We're going to put in our cottage cheese. And I don't know if I have enough in this container, but we'll see. The thing I love about egg bites is there really isn't a recipe for them. You can pretty much do whatever you like is what I would put in these. If you are vegetarian, then use a veggie sausage, veggie bacon, whatever you eat, whatever that is. If you don't want any meat at all and you want just cheese, then just do cheese. If you don't want cheese in it, if you're not a cheese fan and you just want vegetables, just do vegetables. That's what I love about these egg bites, is you can customize them so many ways and make them absolutely delicious. But like I said, they are so full of protein. I purchase, this is my favorite cottage cheese right here, is the Daisy. This cottage cheese has, it says on here in a second, 13 grams of protein, which is incredible for a cottage cheese. So we have this cottage cheese for egg bites, we have it for lunch, we have it for all kinds of things, and I love that the ingredients are so simple. That is all the ingredients that are in this cottage cheese, which makes me super happy. So I'm gonna grab my whisk. We're just gonna start whisking these up, trying to get the eggs and the cheese, cottage cheese, all those things incorporated together. You can add heavy cream to these if you feel like your mixture is a little bit too thick. You can add some heavy cream to it, add half and half, milk, whatever you want. But I think mine's going to be just fine with the amount of cottage cheese that I put in here. I think it's going to be fine. So I'm going to whisk this up and get all of these eggs mixed in here really well. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my sausage in here with those bell peppers, and then we'll portion them out into our muffin cups. I use a silicone liner for my muffin cups because it just makes them come out super easy. And I just like the way they cook up a little bit better than just dropping them directly in the muffin tin. They take about 20 minutes to bake. That's why we're getting this recipe going first. So we can put these in the oven and it can be baking while we get the other things done. All right, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and put our sausage in this. So as I said, this is just a pound of Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage with those dehydrated bell peppers in there. Hubby and I did keto several years ago, and we both lost quite a bit of weight on keto. I just don't like the keto lifestyle because they eliminate too many things that I think your body really needs. They don't allow you fruits and vegetables, and to me, I just think that's so important for, you know, your health. You need to have fruits and veggies. All right, so you can see my egg bites mixture. I'm going to leave this out because I'm going to need to put those jalapenos in once I get mine portioned out, but this is our mixture. It is going to be delicious. I can't wait. I love having these, like I said, in the refrigerator. Makes it super easy to just come in and grab a couple, pop in the microwave. They heat up in probably 20 to 30 seconds, and then you've got fresh egg bites. So I've got my muffin tins. These are my silicone cups. I'll leave a link in the description box for Amazon. That's where I got these. So I'm going to put my liners in here for mine. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. It's one reason why I love doing these lives, is just getting to chat with everybody. So I'm just going to use a spoon. You can use a measuring cup. You can use whatever makes it easy for you to portion these out. And you can fill your muffin cups like pretty much full. You don't have to, it's not like a cupcake where you want to go only 2/3 full. I go completely to the top with these just because they're going to swell up and then they're going to deflate a little bit after they cool down a little bit. So you want to make sure that you're getting plenty in here. I like to make sure that these are very substantial egg bites just because, like I said, this is what I break my fast with a lot of times. And I'm usually starving. Awesome. We did keto. I said earlier, we did keto for probably 2 years. It's been several years ago. And I just got to the point where I wasn't feeling super great. So I quit keto and kind of went off the wagon and did my own thing, and it wasn't really working. And I've had chronic knee problems my whole life. And so I need to drop some weight. So I've started going to our local pool to exercise every day. And we're starting to eat a low carb, high protein diet. I hate using the word diet because when I use the word diet, that's usually when I, fall off the wagon. So I try to say that it's a lifestyle change for us. And so these are one of my favorite egg bite recipes. It's chive and onion cream cheese. It's also a pound of sausage, pepper jack cheese, cheddar cheese, cottage cheese. So there's lots and lots and lots of protein in these, which makes them super, super nice. I'm doing 2 different ones because my hubby really enjoys jalapenos and spicier type stuff, which I don't. So I'm doing my half, and then I will put the jalapenos in his half, and I'll put them back in the oven. So yeah, lifestyle change, absolutely. Like I said, we've only been doing this for about a month that I made the decision to do this. And I am down 12 pounds so far just this last month. So that's been super encouraging. So this is my batch. I'm going to put these in the oven, 375 for about 15 minutes, and then those will be done. I'm going to put the rest of my silicone liners in here. I'll mix the jalapenos in hubby's part, and then we will get his in the oven. I love these silicone liners. If you don't, oh, thank you. If you don't have these silicone liners, you should definitely get some from Amazon. They are incredible. I love them. They are perfect for everything. So I'm just putting a decent amount of the dehydrated jalapenos right in hubby's batch right here. I'm just gonna mix that in real quick, and then I'll get his portioned out into his muffin cups. So I've got 3 recipes. Oh, I know, aren't they? They're amazing, especially when you're doing a low carb lifestyle. They are perfect for so many things that ordinarily would just stick either to the muffin pan or they would stick to a paper liner if you used one of those. So I'm gonna put hubby's in here, get his muffins filled, and then we're gonna move on. The other recipe that I'm gonna do is, if you're doing a low carb lifestyle, most likely you've heard of chaffles. We love chaffles. We've been eating a lot of chaffles here lately because we don't do bread. And so we do chaffles just to give us that bread feeling when we're doing, you know, if we want something like I love a good BLT, and we don't do BLTs very much because we weren't doing bread, but now we do chaffles, and the chaffle BLTs are incredible. They are so good. So I've got a Reuben chaffle that I'm going to do as soon as we get these in the oven. And that is going to be super tasty. I did a Reuben casserole last week that was super good. Hubby really enjoyed that. Hopefully I have enough to fill all of his. So we are not doing like strict anything. We are limiting our carbs. We are trying to eat a higher protein type meal every day, and not eating a lot of pasta or potatoes or whatever. But we do occasionally go out to lunch with friends after church, and I'm not going to limit myself. I mean, if they want to go have pizza, I will have a piece of pizza, but I'll also get a salad on the side so that I'm eating more salad than I'm eating pizza. And it just seems to work a little bit better doing that. So here's hubby's. I'm going to set his aside. I'll put his in the oven when mine come out. My oven is not wide enough to put 2 of those in there side by side, and if I do that, then they kind of tilt, and I don't want to clean up a mess. So we're just gonna wait. So let me grab another bowl, and then we're gonna move on to doing our chaffles, and they're gonna be delicious. So this is a chaffle recipe that is, you can make 1 chaffle at a time. And I love that because I found that with chaffles, they don't reheat super well. Do any of you guys have that same experience? We have an air fryer, and I do air fry them. If we have a couple left over, I will put them in the air fryer, and they do okay in the air fryer, but I prefer to make them fresh if I'm gonna make them. It is way too easy, you're right, definitely. So I can make better choices when we go someplace, but I'm not gonna deprive myself and say, I can't have pizza, because I made that mistake before. And when I do that, that's when I start having issues that I just start giving up. And that's not what I want to do. I don't want to give up on this. I want to stick with this lifestyle and continue to have better health for my body and for my knees and for everything. So these chaffles are, like I said, they're a Reuben. And I'm going to make 1 chaffle because this recipe makes literally 1 chaffle. So you can multiply this recipe if you need to make more. The microwave, we did in the microwave, and they get really chewy and really hard. They don't come out crisp. And hubby is not a fan of that texture. So that's why we tried the, we tried doing in the air fryer, and that's our favorite way. If we are going to reheat them, we will put them in the air fryer, and they do okay that way. But I typically, this is my favorite, absolute favorite little waffle iron. I got this off of Amazon a while back. It's hot, so I'm gonna pick it up this way. But we have one of the little mini dash waffle makers. This is my favorite. I love this little thing. They are the perfect size if you're gonna make a sandwich. So we made some cheese and bacon chaffles a couple weeks ago. I did a collaboration for a waffle iron. I was in a collab with a bunch of YouTube friends of mine. I'll leave a link in the description for that if you guys want to check it out. But we did a bacon and cheese chaffle and then made BLTs with those. And oh my gosh, was it so good. It was incredible. And I can't wait to have those again. So I like this recipe for chaffles because I can whip these up super fast. I can multiply it how many times I need to. If I need 4 chaffles, then I'll make 4 of them. And then we'd have them fresh, and they're just super easy to do. So everything for these Reubens, oh nice. We tend to like this little one because it almost is the size of like a burger bun, and hubby likes that size, and so we just stick with it. So for this chaffle recipe, you need 1 egg, you need 1 tablespoon of almond flour, and a 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. So I'm going to put my egg in here. And because these are, what I'm making is a Reuben chaffle, I am going to chop everything up and put everything's going to go right in this mixture so we can put it in the waffle iron and do it that way. So we need our tablespoon of almond flour. I'm just using Bob's Red Mill almond flour. And I'm going to use a little bit of, so it calls for any kind of cheese. You know, this kind of cheese right here is typical for a Reuben sandwich. So that's what I'm going to use. We're just going to grate it up real quick. I am a fan of grating my own cheese. I'm not a fan of pre-grated cheese. I don't like the stuff that they put in it. As well as going on a low carb, high protein lifestyle change, hubby and I are really, really paying attention to the ingredients that are in the foods that we're eating. And so I'm being really, really particular about the things that I buy now. I'm not buying just whatever. So I don't buy pre-grated cheese. Bob's is less gritty. Yeah, they have, so this one here that I get is the super fine. So it is almost like a flour texture. It doesn't have a lot of grit to it or a lot of texture. And so I really, really like that. So we're going to do about a 1/2 cup of Gruyere cheese in here. I always go a little bit heavy on the cheese. I can't help it. It's just what I do. So this is actually what we're going to have for dinner tonight, but I'm doing one right now to show you guys. And this is what I'm going to break my fast with today is this chaffle. And then, as I said earlier, I'm headed off to the pool to meet hubby. Hubby is out right now working in the woods with some friends from church. And as soon as he gets done doing that on his way back into town, he's going to text me and let me know he's headed back. And then I'm going to meet him at the pool, and we're going to go and exercise for a little bit, go sit in the hot tub. And so that's going to be super fun. So we're just going to mix our eggs, almond flour, cheese. So this is where it becomes the rest of the Reuben. I could not get traditional, like, you know, corned beef or a Reuben. So I've got pastrami, and that's what I'm going to use. You can use whatever you like. So I'm going to grab two slices of this, and I'm just going to cut it. What do I do with my knife? I'll just use my scissors. So we're just going to cut this up into small pieces and mix this directly into the egg mixture. And as you know, chaffles typically have sauerkraut. So I do have some sauerkraut. I got it from the refrigerated section of the grocery store. Not into canned sauerkraut. I don't like to make my own. Did not have time to go to Costco to get my favorite one. So I got a German sauerkraut that is super tasty. And adding all this in here, I may get 2 chaffles out of this instead of 1. So this is, what did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. No, wait. Where's the sauerkraut at? I got right here. So this is the German sauerkraut that I got from my local Fred Meyer Kroger store, whatever it is. And I've had it sitting here in a little strainer because I want to get the majority of that liquid out because I don't want that to, you know, wet down my chaffle. So we've gotten quite a bit of juice out of it. We're just going to add, we'll see how much of this we need to add. We'll go ahead and put it all in there. So I'm going to say it's about a good, maybe a tablespoon and a half of sauerkraut. If you are not a sauerkraut fan, I feel sorry for you because sauerkraut is so good for you. It is because it's a, like a pickled type food. It is so good for digestion. It's just super, super, super tasty. So we're just gonna mix all this together. And how delicious does that look? Oh my gosh. To some people it may not look good, but to somebody that loves a good chaffle, it looks amazing. So everything's in here now. I'm gonna eat this before I head to the pool to go meet hubby and go exercise for a little bit. So I have my little mini dash waffle iron. This thing is hot. I'm gonna try to move it over here so you guys can maybe see a little bit. Okay, you can see right there. So there's my little my little waffle iron. I have my little sprayer here. This has got avocado oil in it. I love avocado oil. It is one of my favorite neutral, flavorless oils to cook with, especially going low carb. You have to be really careful the oils that you're using. So we use a really, really good organic avocado oil. So now we're just gonna scoop this and put it in here. And it looks like I am, because I put the sauerkraut and all of that meat in here, it looks like I am gonna get 2, which is great. I'll eat 2 of these before I head off to the pool, and that will be enough energy to get me through my workout. And so I did 1, and that's what I've got left. So we'll get that one started in here in a little bit. But I love a good chaffle. It's one of my favorite low carb foods. Cheese, I don't know that I could ever do a diet that didn't allow you to have cheese because I just love cheese so much. And it is, like I said, it's a great low carb food. It gives you, that cheesy goodness that you want. And so I love it. I absolutely love cheese. So I think this is something new to me. I have not tried putting sauerkraut in a chaffle. And if this works, it's a game changer for me because I love sauerkraut. And I think that you could put sauerkraut in so many different chaffles with the combinations of different cheeses and other meats, and things would be super, super good. So we're gonna let this cook for a couple minutes. I'm gonna check my egg bites. Not quite, almost. I'm gonna move this pan out of the way. So when I pull those out, I can show you guys. So the other thing that we're gonna do, the other recipe we're gonna do is we're doing a banana dessert. And I have some dark chocolate sitting back here on the back burner of my stove, just over some really low heat. And it is melting. And we're gonna make it's kind of like a Snickers. That's what they called it on. I love Pinterest, by the way. So we're going to make these, and they're gonna be delicious. I'm super excited to try these. I think they're gonna be fantastic. So to make these, you need bananas. I already started the recipe, but I'm gonna show you how to do the other ones because the bananas with the peanut butter have to go in the freezer for at least an hour so they can start to chill. And I've got a little bit of peanuts here. I need to give them a quick little chop so that they're a little bit smaller to go on top. So I'm gonna grab a little cutting board and just do it over here on the side. I don't need a whole bunch for this right now because I'm going to do the small batch that I put in the freezer to show you guys. And then I'll have to chop some more peanuts when I get ready to do the rest of them. But I will show you how these work, but they are so good. I think they're going to be delicious. Hubby and I are trying to find lots of fun, like low carb-ish things that we can do that give us that little treat kind of thing. So the sauerkraut is definitely giving off a little bit of moisture, which I think it's going to be okay. It just means that I think these are going to take just a little bit longer than a regular chaffle does, which is fine. Not a big deal. But I can smell it already, and it smells so good. So we'll let this cook for a couple more minutes. I'm going to grab my chopper. I'm going to chop my peanuts real quick while we're waiting. Perfect. Like I said, I don't want them like really chopped, but I want them a little bit chopped. So these are the bananas that I did earlier. I just melted, I used an all natural peanut butter and I just melted it in the microwave for a minute and let it soften up a little bit so that I could spread it on top of the bananas without tearing them or without being all gloopy. Hi Karen, welcome. And so we're gonna take our bananas and we're gonna put some of our delicious dark chocolate, melted dark chocolate on top of them. These are gonna go back in the freezer so that chocolate's gonna completely set up. And then these are going to be a delicious little treat in the evening for hubby and I. If you're not a banana fan, I guess you could find something else. So there's our bananas with our peanut butter and our chocolate. And so we'll just take our peanuts, put some peanuts on these. These would make really great summer treats for your kids if you're looking for something less sugar, a little bit better for them, and you want to give them a little bit of a treat, something kind of special. These would be great. You can put these, make these in the morning, put these in your freezer, and by afternoon when it's super hot outside and your kids are wanting some kind of a treat, you can pull these out of your freezer and they will be absolutely delicious. Get these on here and then we'll check our chaffle. So there it is with the peanuts on it. So I'm going to put these in back in the freezer. And I don't think they're going to take too terribly long back in the freezer because they've already been pretty much frozen. And all we're trying to do now is just firm up that chocolate. So here is our Reuben chaffle, if I can get it out. It's hot. So there's our Reuben chaffle. So I'm going to go ahead and give this another spray because I really don't want these to stick. So make sure you're getting a really good coat of oil on there. And I'm going to put the rest of this chaffle mixture in here. Get that pushed down there. Oh my gosh. These are going to be so delicious tonight for dinner. If you're joining us late, I'm doing 3 of my all-time favorite low-carb recipes. I want to see how these... Nope, not quite. A little bit soft in the middle still. So we did some egg bites used some of my dehydrated bell peppers, and then after I took my portion out, I put the dehydrated jalapenos in for hubby because he loves them in egg bites. So we have our egg bites. We'll have those for super quick, easy things to grab when I come up from the pool in the morning after doing my workout before I get started on my work day. And then, so those have chive and onion cream cheese, cottage cheese, eggs, pepper jack, cheddar cheese, and yeah, that's about it. It's all good. And then just seasonings. And I absolutely love them. They're so, so good. And then we did our Reuben chaffles. So when you make your Reuben chaffles, if you want to, you can make the Russian dressing. Hubby and I are not big fans of Russian dressing. It's not really our favorite. So if you want to make the Russian dressing, I can leave a link in the description for a really good Russian dressing if you want to make that. Super easy. Ketchup, mayonnaise, horseradish, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. Super easy. We are just not big fans of it. So I'm not gonna make the dressing. Oh my gosh, this, I have to taste it. Oh my gosh. Can you see inside that? All of that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Eating stuff like that, you're like, how can this be low carb? But it is. Because literally all that's in that chaffle is almond flour, cheese, an egg, your meat, and that's about it. There's nothing else in it. It was fantastic. Those are going to be incredible for dinner. I have some fresh watermelon and cantaloupe in the fridge. They are super fresh around our area right now. And so we're going to have chaffles and some fresh fruit this afternoon for an early dinner. We are, I don't know if you guys missed it. We're doing intermittent fasting. I do a 16-8 intermittent fast. So my eating window is from around noon or 1 o'clock to about 6 or 7 in the evening. And then I fast the rest of the time. Just water, hot tea, iced tea with no sweetener. I know this probably is not traditional fast, but I do allow myself lemon in my tea, and I know that probably breaks the fast, but whatever. I'm doing my own thing. So I love lemon in my tea. I'm not doing sweetened tea, so there's no sugar in it, not even a 0-calorie sweetener. I don't put that in there. I don't really care for it. So I just do straight sun tea with just lemon, and that's it. And I do still have my one weakness. I'm a Dr. Pepper fiend, have been for most of my life. And so I have one a day, and that's what I allow myself. Oh, gross. That's nasty. Yeah, that's not good. Luckily, ours have been really good here lately, but I am excited. So we have an area, we have a town around us called Hermiston. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Hermiston watermelons. Oh my gosh, they are fantastic. They are the best watermelons ever. I don't do the diet stuff because I don't like the aftertaste of the sugar substitutes. And the sugar substitutes tend to really, really bug the inflammation in my legs. So I try to not do anything with a sugar substitute in it. But, you know, a lot of people love it, and that's totally fine. So here's the egg bites. This is my pan of egg bites. These are the ones that I made for me without the jalapeno in them. So I will have those. Those will cool they'll cool for about a half hour, 45 minutes. And then I'll put those in a Ziploc bag and stick them in the freezer. Or not in the freezer, but in the fridge. And they'll be ready. Microwave them for about 20 seconds when I come home from the pool. And they are a great way to break my fast. They are super, super tasty. And so I have those. Like I said, we're going to have the chaffles tonight for dinner with the fresh fruit. We've got the bananas in the freezer, those are going to be a sweet little treat for the evening. We are having really, really hot temperatures around here today, so those are going to be absolutely delicious tonight to have a delicious banana. A frozen banana. I used to love frozen bananas when I was a kid, so this is going to take a minute. Let me check those bananas and see if I can try one. So the chocolate is all set up. Oh my gosh, these look so good. All right, I think I'm gonna try one of these. I'm gonna set that right there for a second because I'm gonna put these back in so they don't thaw. So there it is, our sliced banana, peanut butter, dark chocolate, and chopped nuts. Oh wow. Those are so good. That banana is so cold. It's so creamy, almost like you're eating ice cream. That is just amazing. Wow. So good. Yeah, these are, and they're so healthy for them. So I used dark chocolate, but if you're not a dark chocolate fan, use what, like milk chocolate or semi-sweet chocolate, or whatever kind of chocolate you like to use. That's what I would use on it. I'm using a lightly salted peanut because I do want that little bit of salt on there. And then I'm using all natural peanut butter. Wow. It's a great way to give your kids a treat, but know you're giving them something good for them. So that's the chocolate I used. This is my favorite, dark chocolate. Yes, I know the ingredients probably are not the best, but in my area we're limited on what I can find as far as dark chocolates go. So that's what I grabbed, and that's what I use, and I always like it. So it's not super bitter like a regular dark chocolate. So that's the other reason I really like it. But they are fantastic. They are so good. I'm going to unplug my waffle iron. Yeah, hubby is going to be so excited with these tonight. Look at those. Can you hear the crisp? They are so crispy. Those are going to be delicious. I can't wait to eat those tonight. I can't wait to eat these tomorrow. I can't wait to eat all of this. It is so good. I am so glad that I'm finding so many great low carb recipes that are semi-healthy, not a lot of weird ingredients. Like I said, we're trying to really pay attention to that. So that's the thing that is most important to me, is that I'm paying attention to ingredients, that I'm also being mindful of our budget, because my husband is the only income that we have. I had the big dream when I started this YouTube channel that it was going to be a second source of income for us, and that is not. So this has become more of a hobby for me, and I'm thankful that my husband continues to agree that I should continue to have my channel and do it, and not worry about this being a big source of income for us, because that's not what it is. It never has been. I've had the channel for 3 years now, and in 3 years I've received 2 checks and they were barely $100 a piece. So doing this channel has not been a huge source of income for us, and so I just post when I can now and not worry too much about it. And like I said, I'm just thankful that my husband is supportive and knows that I enjoy doing it, and we don't worry about that. So we're mindful of our budget and do the best that we can as far as buying the best ingredients that we can. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know it can. I just have not figured out how. I mean, I think I'm at 1460 in my subscribers, and it's been a fight to get there. And it's taken me 3 years to get to that point. And it seems like no matter how hard you try to get people to share your channel, they always forget you need to like and comment on all the videos, because when you don't do that, it doesn't help anything. And that helps us when they do that, but people forget to do that. And so that's one thing that keeps the income down on this channel. So I'm doing the best I can, and I'm going to continue to put out content as long as I can, and continue to do what I can. But I still love it. That's the thing. I still love doing my YouTube channel. I still love getting to share. Oh, nice. Wow. Yeah, it's a struggle. I mean, you look at some of these channels, and I don't know how they've done it, but you look at these channels that have been on for like 6 months, and they've got 10,000 subscribers already. And I'm like, how did you do that? I don't get it. What did you do to make that happen? Because when I first started my channel, I was posting 7 days a week, like 7 days a week for almost 2 years. And it was exhausting. And posting every single day, it wasn't helping. My subscribers weren't going up very high very quickly. And so then I was like, I can't do this. I can't continue to exhaust myself 7 days a week putting out videos when it's not doing anything. So I cut it back. And now I'm at Monday, Wednesday, Friday, And then I try to do a live on Saturday when I can, but that's the best that I can do, because trying to invest 7 days a week in it when you have to edit, you have to shoot and then you have to edit. There's a lot. It's a full-time job. People don't realize that. It's a full-time job. Having a YouTube channel is a full-time job. It takes a lot of time. But like I said, I still love it. I still enjoy it. I really enjoy getting to share my life with my subscribers. I love getting to share recipes and cooking with my subscribers and all those things. And I have made some incredible, incredible friendships through my YouTube. And to me, that's important. That's one of the most important things for me above having an income. So yes, many hats. It takes a lot, especially when you're doing it by yourself, because my husband is not computer technology anything. He doesn't. He can barely use his iPhone. And so I don't have any help with any of it. So I do all of my own shooting and editing and everything. I do all myself. And so it's a lot of work. But like I said, I still enjoy it, and I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can. So I just keep hoping and praying that, something's going to happen and people are going to be like, I want to share that channel, and I'm going to remember to like and remember to comment on videos, and that seems to be the big thing. So anyway, but all right, friends, I think I am going to go. Hubby should be texting me here soon that he's ready to go to the pool. We're going to go and exercise for a little bit at the pool and then go sit in the hot tub and do some hot water therapy on my knees, which seems to be really helping and making things feel a lot better. So we're going to go do that and then come home and make some delicious Reuben chaffles for dinner, and an early dinner, and then we'll have our delicious frozen bananas. I'll let you guys know. Maybe I will post a short video tonight and let you guys know what hubby thinks of everything. I'll let him try the chaffles and the bananas, and I already know he loves the egg bites. That's a given. But I'll let him try the chaffles and the bananas, and I'll have him let you guys know what he thinks of those. So anyway, it's been so fun getting to hang out with you guys. Thank you guys all so much for sticking around and all the sweet comments. And I just love the conversations we get to have through these lives. It's amazing. And so, yes, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Little Crafty Nook, I'm going to go check out your channel. And I think I am subscribed. I'm pretty sure that I did subscribe, but I need to go look. YouTube does stupid things. They unsubscribe people all the time, and it's so annoying. So I will go look and see if I'm subscribed, and I'll check out some of your videos, and I'll make sure I like and comment because I know how important that is. So friends, have a great day, and God bless you.